From RareGem Productions, this is your Monday morning meeting. Monday morning meeting where we take time to discuss, to get to know a little better, to explore, and to dive deeper. In our morning meeting, we're going to take some time to get to know Medi-Plex home care professionals.
Hello, my name is Tanisha Patterson, and I am the director of the Medicaid division for the Home and Community-Based Services. Traditionally, when you think of chore worker services or someone providing chore worker services or care, you think of an elderly person. We have participants that are 18, that are 20, 25, so we have a wide range and variety of individuals that are receiving the care. We see anywhere from gunshot wound victims to people that have had motorcycle vehicle accidents or people that are born with physical disabilities or mental disabilities. So one thing that is definitely honoring with the service is that we are able to be a part of someone else's life and to give them a sense of hope.
Getting to know the business that's caring for you with founder and CEO Glenda White and Chief Operating Officer Tawana Spann. We'll be right back. I'm Jade Harrell.
If you or a loved one are discharged from the hospital and need help, call on Medi-Plex Home Care and Hospice. With our comprehensive home health services, our professional and caring nurses and therapists will come to your home, assess your medical needs, and work with your doctor to design a plan of care. Medi-Plex is a Medicare certified agency, which means that Medicare will pay for your home health care needs. Remember that you have a choice in home health care. Let your doctor know that you choose Medi-Plex Home Care and Hospice.
Hi, this is producer Jade Harrell, and I'm so excited about how my business is growing and how much I'm learning. I can't wait to plug into the resources and opportunities that are happening at the MoCan Minority Business Symposium happening on May 8th and May 9th at the Union Station Hotel. I know I need to be at the symposium, but here's why you do too. Companies will give you step-by-step instructions on how to do business with them. Personal time to meet company executives and decision makers that can give business specifically to you. Get acclimated to MoCan, the only organization in St. Louis whose main goal is to help companies just like yours win big contracts. And finally, we need to be at the symposium to increase our bottom line and grow our businesses. Register your business today at mocansymposium.com or call Yafet El Amin at 314-454-9675. That's 314-454-9675 for sponsorship and vendor opportunities. Let them know you heard it from RareGem.
RareGem Productions proudly presenting The Positive. Need quality care and support for your loved ones with illness? Want them to live as fully, independently, and comfortably as possible? Well, come on in and get to know Medi-Plex Healthcare Professionals. It's Medi-Plex Mondays with RareGem Productions, proudly presenting, promoting, and producing positive programs.
Hello, my name is Tanisha Patterson, and I am the director of the Medicaid division for the Home and Community-Based Services. And traditionally what I do is I monitor the day-to-day operations of the organization. I implement the marketing strategies that we currently are involved in, as well as I'm over the financial aspect of the organization.
What are we talking about today?
So today we're talking about New Beginnings. It is a home and community-based service provider. So there's two entities that's covered under New Beginnings. We have both the in-home division and we have the consumer-directed service department. The difference between the two, the in-home service provides chore worker services to individuals that are non-relatives. With the CDS program, you can have an immediate relative actually provide care to you.
All right, so paint the picture. How would that look if it were my family?
So if it was your family, specifically if it was you providing care to mom, say for instance you have your mother currently living with you, she's diagnosed with some type of disability, she's currently covered under Medicaid, what you're able to do is actually work for her while she's living in your home already and be paid for the services that you're providing for.
Man, right.
Because it's awesome.
It is on so many levels, because caring for a loved one takes you away from just the day-to-day trying to care for and maintain your own needs.
Correct.
And or your family. So there's a major sacrifice that happens there. There's got to be some kind of way to understand that it may not solve the hardship, but it most certainly must make a difference. Where have you seen that difference play out?
We see the difference play out with just family wanting to be more involved. It's a lot to take care of someone that your loved one, or it's a lot to have mom or dad be diagnosed with schizophrenia, a mental disability, or a physical disability, and still be able to generate that income that you traditionally are able to generate based upon you having to call off work because, they have a problem or they may have fallen while you were at work, or just being able to maintain a full-time job or career and actually be able to sustain your household income. So it helps. It gets the family more involved. They appreciate the services.
Absolutely.
And then the person that's actually getting taken care of, they love it. They want their family to be there. They have a sense of peace that it's not an outside individual coming in. They don't have to worry about anything being misplaced or broken in the home from an outside individual.
Wow, sure.
Because you have your loved one.
Yeah, you do. Well, it gives us a chance to do something that we may not have thought was possible. Many of us, we either have to work or we have to take care of our loved one based on whatever economic situation. So I do want to, first of all, say that some of the worry that you just mentioned, we don't even deal with when we got Medi-Plex in place anyway.
No, you don't. No worries. No worries at all.
That's covered. We already talked to Ms. Glenda about that being covered. But in addition to that, to have the opportunity to be there with, we said, their loved one. We want to be there to be able to care for them. But you really struck me with the fact that we could be facing a mental disability that comes into play. Talk about some of the things that you've seen and in your experience that we've had to do to care for our loved ones. What are some of the things that encompass that care that end up being so taxing?
So the thing about the home and community-based service program is that traditionally when you think of chore worker services or someone providing chore worker services or care, you think of an elderly person. What is really mind-blowing to me is that we have participants that are 18, that are 20, 25. So we have a wide range and variety of individuals that are receiving the care. It's heart-touching because, as I stated to you earlier, I'm 26 and I see individuals come in and I'm thankful, that we are able to be a part of their lives while they're going through these trials and tribulations or while they're facing their mental or physical disabilities. We see anywhere from gunshot wound victims to people that have had motorcycle vehicle accidents or people that are born with physical disabilities or mental disabilities. So one thing that is definitely honoring with the service is that we are able to be a part of someone else's life and to give them a sense of hope. Sometimes our clients, they just call us to talk and they just want to hear a smiling face on the other side of the phone. And it's very touching that we can have such an impact on an individual's life and we're just doing our job.
It's very sobering to hear because you just broke a myth for many of us that it's not just elderly. You're in the business of providing care completely for whomever might have the need. Where would we be eligible and where would we be in a situation where we would need to call upon your services? Sometimes there may be just a short-term situation. How do we know when we need Medi-Plex and more specifically New Beginnings to step in?
Whenever you feel that it has become overwhelming, there's not a specific time when you know you need us. It's just when the family is no longer able to, they don't know the resources or how to go about finding the resources. I would say that if you have a disability, no matter what time in your life, if that is, we service up to as young as 18 and so forth, there's not a time that you can just determine that you need the services. But when you're unable to just do the day-to-day activities that you would normally do, you can definitely call us. Call us if it's becoming too much for the family, if you're unsure of which route to go, if you're unsure of if you will qualify for the program. Right. As I stated earlier, with the CDS program, it generates additional revenue within the home. So a lot of times you may already be in the home providing care to mom, dad, aunt, uncle.
Something you're already doing.
Something you're already doing, and you can make up to an additional $20,000 to $30,000 just doing the things that you've been doing.
Exactly. And not necessarily with the added financial burden. You're going to do that anyway.
Correct.
It's something that we tend to be compelled to. Now, you mentioned it was supported by Medicaid.
It is.
How have the changes in Medicaid, Medicare, and in Missouri specifically affected this program and what you're able to offer?
Well, the state of Missouri on the home and community-based service program, it's really good. Currently, they're trying to put more into it because it decreases the amount of facilitated care that an individual would have to pay, which will be more for the state. So we've seen within the last 3 years a constant increase in the Medicaid portion because they want individuals to stay at home. They want you to be in your comfort zone. They want you to be amongst family. They want you to be able to be in an environment where you feel comfortable and while you're going through whatever it is that you may be going through. So with Medicaid, the state of Missouri is good.
Okay. At least, you're right. So Medicare is a whole other aspect.
That's a different aspect.
Medicaid
yes.
and Medicare, right. But here you've got me covered. Tell me about the name New Beginnings.
So New Beginnings has been around for 13 years. And initially, Glenda was my mother, was a partner in a home care agency. Once they separated and ended that relationship, she decided she wanted a new beginning.
And
so that was her baby.
Forth. Yes. Yeah. And here we are 13 years later.
13 years
Still
later.
going strong.
Yes.
So how does New Beginnings differ from Medi-Plex's home health care and hospice services?
So New Beginnings differs because we are providing the non-skilled services. So the ancillary services, essential transportation, chore worker services, the cooking, the cleaning. Whereas Medi-Plex and Medi-Plex home care and hospice, they actually provide the skilled care.
Got it.
So we have the physical therapist, the occupational therapist, the skilled nursing services, and so forth.
Okay. So you basically have the entire family covered.
We do.
I mean, you said cooking and cleaning.
Yeah.
Somebody will come in and help us with cooking and cleaning.
And
do I have to have a medical situation to get some of that help?
You would have to have a situation. And they cook so good.
I'm sure.
Oh, goodness, yes.
I'm sure.
Yes.
Now, so then let's talk about what supports that, the supplies for that, the groceries for that. How is all that incorporated?
Well, that's all incorporated through, on the in-home division, it is through that individual participant. And with the CDS program, it's supported by the individual as well as the family.
So the family buys the groceries and
They
the
do.
cleaning supplies, and then the unskilled workers, it is a skill. If anybody's done some of this work, you know it takes skill.
A lot of skills.
But if we're talking about those certifications and whatnot, but they would then come and use what you already have in the home.
Correct.
I got it.
Correct.
Is there a point where you have some of those other concierge type services where they can go get the things that you need and bring them to the house? Is that a part of the offering as well?
Well, one thing about that's good with New Beginnings is that we try to cover the full ramifications of everything. So we have social workers involved that go out to the homes and try to help assist with any of the things that an individual or resources that a person may not know of. We take pride in our customer service in trying to look up resources ourselves within the office. For individuals that are unable to purchase those cleaning supplies, unfortunately, from the state of Missouri, we can't bribe them or give them anything for coming with the services. However, we can provide those resources to help them stay abreast of what's going on in the industry, what they can actually benefit from.
That's very exciting. So you mentioned that Glenda is your mom.
She is.
So we've got some family business going on here.
We do.
Yes. Is it tough working for the boss?
Oh, man, is it tough? Yes.
She said she was anyway, so you ain't telling her that she don't already know.
She's very stern. One thing that I can say about my mother is that she loves this industry. This is truly her baby. It's truly her passion. And taking care of people in general, she's overwhelmed with the pride that she has with just being able to give back to the community. You know, we just did a health fair at Beaumont High School, or a career fair. And it was very, very touching. It was a wonderful experience, you know, for us to just get out and give back to the community in ways that other organizations, I don't know if they're currently doing that, but that we are currently implementing within the organization. So
your heart was showing on your face when you talked about your mom's passion in this business.
Yes.
Why does that move you so?
Because a lot of the times I watched my mother kind of grow. So I've watched her go through the trials and tribulations with the business, with employees, with having to sacrifice and work hard with the state of Missouri. It's something that, you know, I enjoy seeing her do. And then at times I just tell her, you got to stop working so hard. It's time to enjoy life. It's time for you to sit back and enjoy life. So I'm honored that she's my mother. I am.
Yeah,
so
she's pretty awesome. She's pretty awesome. What's exciting is that how we're getting to know the very heart and basis of this organization that cares for people, really does care.
Really cares.
And her life is on the line in this.
Always.
She pours it in there, and I see that you do as well. She's implemented this. She also mentioned your grandmother.
Yes.
It's come full circle.
Yes.
Send a word to a family that could relate to what you all are experiencing right now.
What I would say is that you have to stay prayerful and just enjoy each moment. Don't take any moment at this time for granted. And anything that you can do, no matter how that individual is, just try to make them happy. It's definitely a time where my family has grown closer together and that we've just learned to accept each other and accept everything that's going on around us and just try to work through it.
Mm-hmm. What brings you the most joy about the work that you do?
I think what brings me the most joy is when we make a difference in someone's life. I see us impacting so many people, from young individuals that this is their first time of being employed, to trying to teach them how to go into an interview, kind of coach them, how to fill out an application, to just being able to be assistance to someone that doesn't know. We have clients and participants that they just don't know. I think that New Beginnings is like no other. We pride ourselves in just having that one-on-one relationship with the participants and with their families. So I think that's it.
Share something your mom taught you.
My mom's favorite saying is, think about yourself. Get focused. Just think about yourself and what you have going on, and anything can be achieved.
That's right. We could use
Anything
all of that.
can be
You kind of
achieved.
sounded like her just then.
Yeah. I don't want to sound like her.
I love her raspy, sweet voice. She is a tremendous woman, and so are you. And I thank you all for joining us in the morning meeting to make sure that our families and our communities know exactly what you're about.
Thank
You
you.
don't get that opportunity every day, and so we're grateful for it with you guys.
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely.
We enjoy it.
Invite the folks to New Beginnings.
Yes. New Beginnings in-home and consumer directed services program. We are currently located at 9374 Olive Boulevard. You can reach us at 314-991-7777. Our website is newbeginningshomecareservices.com. If you have any questions or if you just don't know which route to take, don't hesitate to give us a call.
Medi-Plex Healthcare Professionals, LLC, strive to provide quality care and service with you in mind. Since 2002, their business is caring for you. They have skilled home health services in nursing care, physical therapy, speech therapy, occupational therapy, home health aid services, and medical social services. With 2 locations in St. Louis and Swansea. For questions and referrals, call 314-993-5580 in Missouri or 618-222-6778 in Illinois. Visit them on the web at mediplexhhc.com. This is your Monday morning meeting with Jade Harrell, another positive production of RareGem Productions, proudly presenting, promoting, and producing positive programs. Learn more at OneRareGem.com. That's OneRaregem.com. Thanks for listening.